Diablo Apox. Leap of Faith again by Anduin will dance low, and Majid's gonna be able to finish him off. 3 kills, a triple for BFM. And now Diablo being surrounded. Fade falling to 25% health, Condemn, and Diablo's down. That might be the actual play of the game. They find another kill.
Apocalypse coming out though. Red team. Oh my god! Red team almost got him.
Axon jumping over to get some kills.
Oh, Ragnarok getting the concussion mine, knocking him out into the fray. Oh, the definition of unlucky.
What's up, everyone? It is I, Slexia, joined by Plasticine X tonight, aka Plasty, and we are here to cast Season 9 NGS Game of the Week for Week 3. It's Division A West, Phoenix Rising Ruby versus ReGen Anomaly. Speaking of an anomaly, I keep getting the error that I cannot log into the game because it's down for maintenance, but Plasty's in. Enough about that. Let's just get into some small talk. Plasty, how are you tonight?
Doing okay. Technically, it's morning for me. It's 10 in the morning.
True.
Yeah, it's 10 a.m. for me. How about you? How are you doing tonight?
I was okay until this issue with logging in. I don't know how we can cast a game if I can't get into it.
That is a problem.
Yeah, so I'm in the authentication screen. It says connecting. I logged out, logged back in. I've done it all over and over. And it keeps saying that it is down for maintenance. Oh, I'm in! I'm in!
Yay!
I'm in! Perfect. Okay, so with all of that, let's quickly go over the map picks and bans. I'm going to talk about that briefly. If we look here on this screen, we see that ReGen has banned Cursed Hollow as well as Sky Temple. Phoenix Rising Ruby banned Braxis Holdout and Dragonshire. And Phoenix Rising Ruby picked Battlefield of Eternity for this first game. It is a best of 3, so I'm excited to get into it. If you guys did watch Nexus Edge yesterday, they did a little recap about this game and why it's special. I don't have that clip, so you can go back and watch it on this very channel. I'm just waiting for a lobby. I'm gonna check some things, and Plasty, tell everyone about yourself. How long have you been casting?
That is a nice question, actually, because this is technically my very first game that I'm actually casting for NGS or any actual gaming series or tournament or anything like that. I did do like a little mini casted viewer games event with Jazzy last weekend, and that's about the extent of my experience casting. So this should be fun.
Yeah, no better way to get into it than for Game of the Week. But you're in good hands. You know, hopefully I won't be too oppressive on the casting side, but it's going to be fun. I mean, we both play this game. You play it at a pretty decently high level. You're a healer main, and I think your knowledge will add a lot to this commentary. Let me let Carve from ReGen Anomaly know that we're ready.
All right. So they're creating the lobby, right?
Yeah, I just got in the lobby. I'll invite you, but I need to turn the game sounds up.
I'm joining through you.
One thing I just realized is I forgot to set up your camera for the draft screen. We only focused on this regular scene that we're seeing here, so that's unlucky. I might be able to fix it while we're in the draft. Super high quality production here when I am leading Game of the Week, as you guys can all tell. You know, when Murda's not around, it's just top notch here from me. So we are in this lobby. Let me ask them to switch sides. And let's quickly say what's up to chat. Laughing Underwater, welcome. I miss you. How are you doing? I see.
Hey, Laughing.
Mixel Pixels, hello. Untapped Fear.
Hello.
Taco, Covey, what's up? Sparhawk, and Jacilio, as well as Balcomer. Valcomer, oh my gosh, don't look at me, Valcomer. I have some deliverables to get to you. But yeah, it looks like we're good in this lobby. We're going to get into this draft, and we'll see what's up with that. Now, just so everyone knows, Division A is the division right beneath Heroic, which is the highest level. So we can expect to see some high-quality games here. And I'm looking to get into it, so I'm going to say ready.
I too am ready.
Just waiting. Shout
Just
out
beautifully
to Valk's mom.
coordinated portraits on the left side, though.
I know, the portrait synergy
can't see
is
it
just
yet,
too much.
but
It's
it's
so
so
good. All right, let's go into this draft. Unfortunately, I do not have your camera set up, but let's do it anyway. Oh boy.
So it's BOE. What type of bands do you think we're going to see?
I would expect to see a Greymane ban. You know, he's super strong on this map. In most elos, he's pretty powerful, but still with Zul and Deathwing, Zul, maybe this isn't his best map, but still he's kind of like, no one wants to play against him. We could possibly see those going away. What do you think?
I do think Greymane would be a decent ban here, possibly alongside Artanis, since he's always been a staple on this map. Interesting, we got a Sylvanas ban. Do you think that's a targeted ban, or more of just like because of the map?
I feel like it could be a target ban. Also, she's really popular and strong, but I'm pretty sure they have adjusted it to where her damage doesn't really impact monsters as much. And we do see that Greymane ban from the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby.
Just like you,
or rather ReGen Anomaly. Yeah, I'm a psychic.
Yes, you were. I'm thinking maybe a Vala, but perhaps they would just ban tanks out here instead. Zula is still open, so that's definitely something that we can expect maybe.
Yeah, I feel like a tank ban is viable. I agree with you there, and we do see that. It is the Mal'Ganis. I feel like that would be more of a target ban, but it's good to take away a strong tank from a certain player than it is to, you know, just let something through.
Mal'Ganis is just annoying to play against by
There's
himself.
the Vala that you were talking
There
about.
it is. There
Her
we
Q
go.
build, super strong, but speaking of tanks, banning a tank when you have first pick allows you to pick up that Johanna, which is always clutch. So that is
seems to
taken
be
right away.
I agree. She just seems to be like the tank that everybody prefers to have on their team. Just a lot of utility all around, very tanky, has some CC.
Right. She has so much sustain and so many defensive cooldowns. And we do see ReGen Anomaly pick up Leeming as well as Muradin. So Muradin, not such a common tank these days, but if played well, I mean, he can really be oppressive. Annoying. Yeah, and his Qs are crazy. I hate to get Q'd in the face by a Muradin.
I have seen a lot of people taking Haymaker instead of Avatar lately, so I'm wondering if that's something that we're going to see in this game.
Possibly, depending on the damage, but there we see the Deckard Cain, who is completely balanced right now, as we all know.
Ruby value.
Just absolutely.
Ruby value fighting around those immortals.
The most balanced healer in the game. Super good for these points where you have just a clustered area to fight in, with the Rainer picked up, who's excellent with burning the Immortal with his Executioner.
I agree.
And then we see the Malthael ban. So either A, they're looking to pick something cheeky up, or B, they just don't want to go against the Malthael in any capacity.
Well, it could probably be be because they are looking to pick up another tank or bruiser, or they want to go Deathwing.
Right, it was
But-
not banned. I would say that the Deathwing is a possibility here. I highly doubt it would be a Cho'Gall. You know
Not
what I mean?
on this map, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah. So it's like, what are we gonna see? I feel like Deathwing is super oppressive here on the points that you
I
fight
agree.
on because, I mean, his body is like the same size.
Plus, he's really good for fighting underneath the enemy immortal because he can't get stunned. He can't get pushed away from the immortal. So if he's fighting under there, he's just standing there breathing fire on people.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
He's just like one with that area, just completely fluid with it. But we see Carve picking up Hanzo and Lucio picked up by Exerted. So the Deathwing, though, gets picked up by the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. And they finish it out with a Jaina.
I think they expected that Deathwing pick. The Greymane and the Malthael ban. If they did not take that Deathwing, that would be a mistake on their end.
Yeah. And it's weird that if they possibly wanted it, that they would be the ones to ban out the Malthael. So
I agree.
maybe it's because they knew they were going that double chunky front line with the Imperious having the Muradin too. It would just be annoying anyway. But I kind of like, I don't know. How do you feel about the drafts? Which one do you like best, Plasty?
I have to say I kind of like Phoenix Rising a little bit more. It just seems a bit more, I wouldn't say meta, but Hanzo is a little bit of a weird pick at this point. He doesn't seem to be present in as many of the games that I've been seeing, in my level of play at least. Not in this map either, ever since they reworked his, the way that his W works. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I know that he's great, you know, with the Diablo on this map. His poke can be really oppressive, but it's putting a lot of pressure on Li Ming to get that immortal down. But what it leads me to believe is that ReGen is going for more. And, you know, with the Rainer and the Deathwing on the side of Phoenix Rising, they definitely have that burn comp. So
They do.
we shall see. Covey on 75 different accounts in chat. What is up? Ektar, hello. Also, Barrett P, how's it going?
Hey, Barrett.
We are just waiting for this loading screen boss, and then we will get into the game. If there's any feedback regarding audio quality or anything, let me know, because I feel like the game sounds are really low, but it could just be me, and I want you guys to have a great experience.
Oof. I don't know if well, I think Lucio's gonna be fine into the Deckard. He just has to constantly watch out to not get caught in the roots.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
I mean,
It says you have left the game.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Have them pause it. I'm still showing the loading screen.
Alright. Oh, I cannot pause it as an obs. Oh.
Oh no, I'm in.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
All right, cool. Well, let's get into announcing these teams. I'll start with the blue side. On the left, I told Carve to pause it.
10 out of 10 production value. Love it.
Well, we don't have referees, so I had to message him on Discord. There's a delay. It's unlucky. Yeah. Next time they'll give us ref, so we don't have to do this through a third-party app. All right. Going 3, 2, 1. I'll announce the blue side playing for Phoenix Rising Ruby. on the Deckard Cain, we have Dandalore. I'm just making up these names.
Dandalore.
Reb playing Raynor. Purple on the Jaina. Jacilio playing Johanna. And on the Deathwing, we have Mixels with a Z.
On the red team, we have Ape Sandals on Imperius. And then we have Shenmeister on the Muradin Leish Marvul, I want to say, on the Hanzo. Supercarve RG on the Ming, and Exerted on the Lucio.
Perfect. All right, Battlefield of Eternity, a 2-lane map with the objective in the middle, 2 immortals fighting, where each team has to burn down the opposing immortal. They spawn at, start to spawn around 2.5 minutes into this game, so we typically see these teams down here in bottom lane, 4-manning it up, trying to get some advantage, possibly this siege, and rotate to their bruisers right before the objective spawns. It looks like blue team has a little bit of an advantage in poking down red team.
A little bit. They do have the insane sustain of Deckard early game with the potions just constantly ready to be picked up, whereas Lucio has a bit of a longer cooldown, around, I want to say, 12 seconds minimum to get that amp it up coming back. So at first they do have to watch out for the sustain a little bit here. They're at a slight disadvantage.
Right. Well, it's just the back and forth. Blue team is a little bit ahead in experience, but literally by probably 1 minion, as they both are barely over 3. Let's take a look at the talents so far. All right. We see 4 stacks for Muradin, and not the globe quest for Jaina, just the extended range of her Q, which is interesting to me. As well as the spell power on E for Deckard. Interesting.
Normally you would see with the new Deckard Cain, you would see the Scroll of Sealing Curse being picked up at 1, the one that gives armor reduction once you complete the quest, and reveals the enemies as well. But Field Study is actually also a very good talent for Deckard Cain. The increased spell power offers him a bit more healing from his potions, as well as enabling him to do more damage on his CC. So if he picked up Field Study, that means he might be taking the level 16 talent that does more damage when he hits more two or more people, on his route.
Right. Well, blue team was able to pick up their bruiser pretty quickly. Johanna went to scout the red side's bruiser, which is going down slowly. That Raynor really burned down the shaman camp. Muradin's looking low too, and blue team's able to get a slight advantage here on burning this red immortal down. Lucio's kind of in the middle of all of them, as well as Muradin, who came in at a health deficit, but it was pretty successful in warding them off a bit. Deathwing falls, and I missed it.
What did we miss?
We missed the first kill of the game. We're looking at
Yes,
possibly
we
a
did.
second if
Oh, we
blue
have
team...
Jaina here. Oh, nice. That Raynor Q just saved that Jaina so good.
But the Imperius rotated down just to die. And
Well,
although blue
he-
team... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No big deal. I was just saying, although blue team was chunking this down, I mean, halftime is really close.
It actually looks like the red team might be able to get the immortal.
It is down to the wire.
I told
And you're
you,
100%
it looked like
correct.
it.
What a crazy even fight. I feel like red team did an excellent job at harassing
They
blue
did.
team and still burning it down. I feel like all of them were staggering deaths on the blue team fighting, yet still managed to get this down. Now it is very low health with no shield whatsoever, but nonetheless it is the first objective, pushing in onto this bottom fort wall and towers. One tower has gone down, but it's literally at 25% here.
I don't think they're going to be able to get much more than the wall at this point, considering the changes that have been made to the towers and the forts. It actually has been said that it might be better for your team to be pushing on the opposite side of the Immortal because of the changes, unless you have
Right.
a Sylvanas. Yes.
I feel like that is
Maybe
the
that's
new,
why
the
we
new
had this
meta
bonus,
in this game.
Yeah.
You do see that Imperius went down top lane, and Ming has rotated to pick up those experience globes in his absence. But
Although Blue did lose the Immortal, they are at a very, very slight EXP advantage here.
yeah, they do have 2 kills, and compared to 1, they may be looking to get more as Muradin is dropping really low. Raynor finishes that kill, and Johanna is just zoning out the rest of the blue team, or the red team, as Blue was able to pick up this bottom siege camp. So we're looking
Jaina
at...
was looking... Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, please.
I was just going to say that Jaina's looking really low there at the camp, but you have to remember that they were taking that fight 1 down because Li Ming had to rotate up top because of that Imperious death.
Right, and, you know, the Immortal got the towers on the wall from the blue team with a little bit of the fort, and it looks like blue side's able to get almost about the same amount from red, as they're deciding to kind of stay here and harass for a little bit longer before leaving. They're at about level 9.5. They will have their 10s first. They know that, so dying would be a bad idea for them. They're deciding to back up. Their bruiser's up in about 24 seconds, so they're going to look to get...
No, it looks like they're just going to defend.
Yeah, defending this Immortal first, or are they rotating up for a gank on the Imperius? Raynor is rotating into top lane, and Imperius is slowed by the Herodric Cube. Deathwing lunging forward to get at him. Is he gonna go for the chase? Is this the most exciting thing happening? I think that that percentage damage on Imperius is gonna possibly be the end for Deathwing if he doesn't back up. Interesting.
We are at a halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we might be seeing Hanzo go down here, and the Deckard Cain followed by the Ring of Frost, our favorite combo.
Our favorite. It's our combo.
Yes, it is our combo.
Ring wasn't even needed though, as the stay a while and a little bit of damage just took the life of, was it Lucio that just died? Yeah. And this is going to be this red Immortal getting chunked with a little bit of contest, but I think that they will, blue team will be able to get this Immortal.
At this time, without the Hanzo on the red team, they do not have as much of burn damage as they would. Plus, Imperius was just trying to bother the enemy team, so there we have it. The blue team secures their first Immortal of the game.
Perfect, and it will be heading top lane. Deathwing and Imperius staying bot. Instead of seeing that alternate lane strategy, possibly to end that fort for sure, they are pushing alongside it. Johanna still healthy, using her trait, getting a condemn with the root from Deckard coming out. Going in once more for another condemn as Johanna, and Carve is awfully low. Lucio able to get some heals.
Choice from Hanzo that we see here.
It is. It's more of like a zoning ult than a let's kill some people ult, which did kind of work because blue team backed up a little bit, even though this Immortal is at over 50% health. But they're back at it again,
They did also
Plasty.
manage to get the fort, so we have the sleep coming out. It did not hit anybody, unfortunately. I think they should be backing off here if they do not want to die, all things considered. That Immortal is just... There you go, he's just gone.
Also noting that Lucio went high 5.
High 5, that's an interesting choice. I never see that, so it is going to be very interesting to see how this game plays out. I have to say, as a healer main, I personally do not like taking high 5 when I play Lucio, mostly because... And this is probably my own fault more than anything else. If you're trying to save somebody from getting thrown by a Garrosh or rooted by a Cain or anything of the sort, if you're going to high 5 to them, you're right next to them. You become the next target.
Right. It's kind of like an auto attack based Anduin, where you literally life grip them or leap of faith them right into melee where you're at too. But huge blessed shield with the ring coming down to finish the job.
And the ring.
Oh my god,
we
killing
have
2.
Another wombo combo.
We'll have to try this one out. Wait, we have...
This is actually one of our most commonly run comps that we play. The Raynor is the only thing that changes, if you've noticed. And the Deathwing.
Well, this is going to allow blue team to pick up the bruiser camp that belongs to ReGen, send that out. The Immortal's up in about 26 seconds. I don't know if they'll be able to get theirs as well. They may want to consider just getting mana, like Deckard is doing now, and fighting the Immortal. But
It looks like
Raynor,
they are going to try and
yeah,
pick
I
up
mean,
that-
Jaina and Raynor, especially with Raynor's level 1 talent, this thing just
That
is
camp
literally,
fell so fast.
it's disintegrating, right?
Exactly.
All right, well, Muradin is looking to start attacking immediately, but blue team is on top of red team's Immortal, and we are at a very even race here. Look at this. We're almost at halftime. The red Immortal is down just a little bit further, so we may see a team fight here. All 5 members of blue team are present.
That looks like a blessed shield that got missed there.
Ooh, but yeah.
Oh, that
Oh my god!
Sleep! That was beautiful on the side of blue team here. Jaina does fall to the Imperious, but so does Muradin to the Deathwing.
Yeah, and speaking of Deathwing, he did so much damage with the follow-up onto Imperious. He goes down. Blue team's going to be able to get this next Immortal phase, and they do have the camp pushing bot as well.
This looks pretty rough on the side of the red team, as I pretty much figured it would be difficult on their side to team fight into a Deathwing with all of the CC that the blue team has.
Yeah, well, not fully shielded, but quite shielded. This Immortal's gonna go finish off that bottom fort rather. Actually, that just dropped to minions. And it looks like they're gonna 5-man push. Johanna is just looking for vision over on the red side, catching Imperious as well as Lucio, who cannot rotate in. And
We saw the blessed shield go out there.
I did not.
It did hit, but nobody was around to follow up, unfortunately.
Huge Cataclysm zoning out the Imperious, who again has to use his Q, actually gets out, pops armaments to live. But that root from Deckard almost took his life.
Goodness.
Instead, Ming dies. I don't even see how that happened.
Ming just fell so fast. I believe it was a Jaina combo. Just instantly blew her up. We have that root into ring into sleep combo once more. We have Raynor trying to push into here to try and get that Muradin. Gets stunned out. But Deathwing picks up the kill anyway. The keep does go down here.
These death timers are getting higher and higher. Just 2 members up for ReGen, with Ming coming up in 2 seconds. This is definitely a core call with this Immortal, and it's looking like...
But we have Raynor. Oh my.
He does die, but look at this core. It's at 0%. That's GG game 1. Going over to Phoenix Rising Ruby. Excellent game.
That was a great game. So many wombo combos on the side of the blue team there. It was a pleasure to watch.
I'm getting ideas.
Oh, for our games, hey.
Yeah. Let me pull the stats up.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I have the stats pulled up.
No, I was just going to say, if you look at the talent screen, okay, so this is just because I'm a healer main. So as I expected, it was a field study into the Scroll of Stone Curse, which deals 200% more damage, plus whatever the spell power adds when he catches at least 2 heroes in his route. At that last fight at the core, when he caught the Ming, that Ming went from at least 3/4 her health down to like a quarter or less, just because she got caught in that route. So Deckard right now is in a pretty good spot, I would say.
Yeah,
As
I
long
think
as your teammates
his
know how to pick up the potions.
his utility really makes up for his lack of
Yes.
immediate healing. I mean, his healing is a skill shot. It does have a cooldown, and if you're speccing into the damage, you're maybe healing your team a little less and setting them up more for success. So if we look at the stats, he still just did an excellent job at healing in general, which leads me to believe that he will be nerfed eventually.
Ruby, of course.
So yeah, I was excited about that. If we go into this game 2 and Phoenix Rising takes the W, they win this series and we're done for the night. But I want to see a game 3. I want to see ReGen Anomaly come back.
I want to see a game 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that would be
interesting.
ideal.
I'm a bit sad to see the game end so quickly. I really wanted to see how the high 5 would play out more than anything. But
right.
Yes, it's such a unique talent that you never really get to see people pick. I would have wanted to see how it would have worked out, but the wombo combos were a little too much in that situation.
Right. Well, it looks like I'm in the lobby for this next game.
Oh.
Join off of me. I'm going to ask who picked this and then we can announce it. I'm guessing it's actually ReGen that picked it since they made the lobby, but I will ask. It's up to Jazzy in chat.
Hey, Jazzy,
And,
what's up?
and Mark. Oh my god, Mark Zombie's in chat. I'm so apprehensive now. Ooh, okay, Mark Zombie's here, guys. All right. Plasty, why don't you tell them where we are heading as I pull up the screen and they see it for themselves?
It looks like we are going to Towers of Doom for our second game here with, I forgot their team name. Sorry, I think it's ReGen.
Yeah, ReGen Anomaly picked Towers of Doom.
Yes.
So as you can see on the screen now, Phoenix Rising, Ruby picked up Battlefield of Eternity not only as their map, but they won it. Will we see ReGen picking this up and winning it as well? We're just in this lobby waiting for the rest of the team to join before we get into the game. So how do you guys feel about game one? How do you feel about how easily that Imperius died? I feel like that Imperius was getting chunked.
He just blew up. It's true. It should be interesting to see how this game on Towers of Doom plays out. I personally do not have a lot of affection for this map.
I like this map. And the reason I like it is because there's a certain strategy. I mean, there's the meta strategy, right? Like bottom lane is paramount. But I feel like I like to see people work to get that strong footing down there so that they're able to just dominate it. I like that it's also able to be turned around at the very last minute, and you'll never know who actually is going to win. So with all of that being said, we're getting into the draft, and I can say that typically super strong picks on this map would be something like Azul, right? Double soaking, just
Malthael would be good here as well.
Right, so Azul, Malthael, I mean, if Deathwing is allowed through again, which I highly doubt.
I don't think he's going to make it through this time.
Yeah, he's not very fast in rotating, but he's oppressive in any objective that has to be channeled, right?
He does zone people out very well.
Yeah, whether he's dropping meteors from the sky or just breathing fire, biting them, clawing at them, like no one wants to deal with it. So we do see the Zul banned immediately.
Like you expected. I don't think Deathwing is going to make it through because he does have that talent that allows him to drop those meteors to just continuously interrupt the capping of the altars as long as there is vision for him.
Right. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, Phoenix Rising does have first pick, so if they want to go Deathwing again, they don't have to ban it, and they're going to ban the ETC instead. This puts the burden of banning it onto ReGen Anomaly. Instead, they ban the Johanna.
Don't ban it. Johanna is very difficult to go up against sometimes, especially when you have such a good follow-up in the form of a Deckard Cain and a Jaina. So we saw that last game, and they do want to take her away from possibly making those plays again.
Right.
Who do you think we're going to see here?
I mean, it could be... Oh, what?
Oh, interesting.
I wouldn't have said Abathur. So
Yes, I would not have said Abathur either. I don't think I see Abathur as much now. I don't know, since they changed him, I suppose.
right. And there is the Li Ming getting picked up. Sorry, I'm trying to update the scores. Having some issues.
Interesting. We have an Anna picked up on the side of ReGen Anomaly. I think we're going to see a Samuro pick here with the Abathur being picked up on the side of Phoenix Rising. We do have a Morganis picked up. A Hatted Morganis is also a nightmare to deal with, so this is looking scary.
Yeah. It definitely is. And the choke points and the rotations, just...
Especially with Endurance of Hate.
Yeah. Oh, I think I win against you playing Mephisto on this map, just rooting me. Maybe even with a Mal'Ganis sleeping me at first. It was oppressive and not fun. And there's the Grey Mane ban. All right, so the Abathur to me is an odd pick. I think it's like, all right, we're not going to be meta. We're just going to have fun, right? Maybe.
I still really feel like we're going to see a Samuro getting picked up on their side. Just because it's almost always a perfect combo with the Abathur.
Possibly. The Rainer this time getting picked up by Carve, and Sonya excellent at that double soaking getting picked up on the side of ReGen. So I'm liking the comp from ReGen this time. The Ana has very little mobility here, but if she's able to stay back, she's good. The problem is, and I've said this in multiple casts, I hate playing Ana against a Deathwing, and if a Deathwing gets picked up for a 4-man, there's a Samuro. You predicted it.
I
I'm
predicted
wrong.
it.
We don't have to worry about the Deathwing. I was gonna say,
But she has to
against
worry
Ana
about
is
6
rough.
Samuros now.
Yeah,
We have the Stitches, that's interesting.
it's gonna be a lot to handle. So
I see the Stitches getting picked up for the Mephisto, for the Hook Gorge, or the Gorge out of his Blink. That is possibly why they picked up the Stitches.
possibly. Also, his Bile can be oppressive in the choke points if they don't go for Gorge. I'm not sure.
And the Bile will be pretty good against Samuro.
I am just speculating here because I wouldn't have guessed these drafts. Maybe like ReGen's draft is something you could have speculated. The Samurai or the Stitches is more of like the odd man out. And then for the side of Phoenix Rising, Ruby to me, it's just an interesting kind of cheeky comp, you know?
I agree. It does look like both these comps have significant murking ability, which is important on this map. So we'll see who takes the lead.
Hopefully I don't disconnect again and we're able to get into announcing these teams right away.
We have gotten in faster than before, and I don't see you going
Perfect.
offline, so we're in.
Yeah, yay, I'm here. Okay, well, let's get into it. Game 2 in a best of 3 with Phoenix Rising Ruby taking the advantage and winning game 1. We have Jasillo on Mal'Ganis, Danalor on Rhaegar, Mixels playing Abathur, Purple on Mephisto, and Reb on Samuro. I couldn't read the names, my bad.
And on the red team, we have Shenmeister on the Anna, Leish Marvul on the Ming, Ape Sandals on the Stitches, Supercarve on the Rainer, and I cannot see the Sonya's name. So I cannot call her out. Thank you. It is exerted on the Sonya.
Perfect.
We have that.
I didn't know you were actually following my camera.
Yes, I was following your camera.
I was like, oh, why can't you see it? I love it. I love when I'm co-casting and doing that. You must be getting dizzy from all of the movements.
It's perfectly fine.
Well, I see that red team has taken a strong stance bottom lane, not going for mid whatsoever. They're looking to really prioritize this lane as mentioned in like the meta strat. Stitches has rotated mid, but Sonya's meeting him there, and we're gonna see Ming throwing out some orbs trying to get these blue towers down already. Let's take a look mid.
Sonya is not in trouble here. She is totally fine. She did get slept for a moment, but blue team did not go for that kill. I believe that
Yeah.
Ming is trying to get those towers down right now before 7 hits, and Abathur has a mule if he even takes it. So if they want to be able to take structures, they have to capitalize on their chance to do it right now.
I like that although blue team was kind of letting Ming poke down the towers, they did rotate to their sappers immediately. Red team doing the same, so both teams have them. But Mal'Ganis going in, looking at the stitches. How confusing with the shade of Mephisto, the Mal'Ganis coming in for a sleep. Just all of these bodies moving around, but not being able to do anything. Red
Honestly,
team has
this
an
looks
advantage.
like yes, they do. That was what I was exactly about to say. It looks like red team has far more sustain here with the Ana, compared to just a Rhaegar, whose heals are 12 seconds in between. Oh no, we have a
Ooh.
root.
Just a
Ooh.
point blank hook onto purple, who's gonna have to use his tap with Mal'Ganis looking to harass the Stitches for even thinking of doing that to his team. And yeah, now we're back to just this even split here in the middle. I think red team does have a bit better wave clear,
They do.
because they have physically more bodies, as Abathur
And
is
we also see
just Abathur.
Raynor picking up Exterminator again. Which just means so much more wave clear, so much more camp clear. This looks pretty rough for the side of blue team, at least until level 10 hits.
Yeah, it is looking pretty rough. Mal'Ganis is having to, step back with only 7 seconds before these objectives spawn. He's not actually backing or tapping because it's probably unavailable, and instead may fight to the death. What is happening?
No, this looks like they're going to give it instead. He is looking to grab that Ming. No,
I'm
I
gonna
think
look
he
at
was just
top
trying-
because we see a not actual Samuro, but a clone on the Sonya, who's now able to pick up this objective. So that's 2 going over to red team, and 1
As
for
I said,
blue.
it's going to be difficult for blue team to actually make any plays here until they get to level 10, and they have that Samuro clone, and they have that Bloodlust. Can you imagine a bloodlusted Ranger, a bloodlusted Samuro, and a clone of Samuro all together just running at your face, and you're an Ana? You are immediately dead.
I'm like tilted thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is a very scary thought. I will give you that. I feel like Mal'Ganis has to go back here. He is just staying in this fight for too long with no mana.
Yeah, he has had no mana. Reminds me of myself when I play. There's a command even in my chat, like Slexia and no mana. Name a more iconic duo. Like, it's time for you to get some mana, Mal'Ganis. Your team can go on the sappers. He did tap, but it's just like, just back. But he knows that the red team was finishing their sappers first and could possibly invade, so I guess staying is fine. Maybe he'll back eventually.
Yeah. We do see him having to stay there because he knew that the red team would try to invade on that camp. We also saw Samuro rotating down just in case the red team did push. Oh, this is looking a little rough on. Ooh, and we see him going down.
Well, when you can't back, just die, and then you come back with full health and mana. And that is what happened.
I call that a fast back.
First kill of the game, Mal'Ganis falling. And this is a completely open bottom lane with the fort exposed. Red team is being oppressive. They do have the 4 bodies. The 3 sappers, I believe all 3 made it in. And this fort is just going down pretty quickly. Abathur will scale. Samuro will scale. Samuro's not rotating down, is not concerned. It seems like they do have like the, we have late game. We have late game on this, so.
Okay, so I do see that Ektar in the chat said Abathur also provides healing. I agree, he does, and this is going to be really nasty later on when he has that hatted Samuro or Raynor just going on the backline with a Bloodlust. Abathur took network carapace. Is that how you say it? But anyway, he took that talent that gives a shield to all nearby allied heroes as well. So it is going to be rough on the red team when that starts coming out.
Speaking of Samuro, because that's all I can think about, and we're not actually talking about him. Oh my god, Sonya goes down to Samuro.
Oh my goodness.
But he also channeled that objective, and blue team was able to
this.
get another one.
Samuro is trying to pick up that mid well. Never mind, he left. I have a question for you, Slexia.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
Thank you.
orb build being picked up here versus the enemy team?
Okay, I thought you were going to say, how do you feel about well snipers? I'm like, thank you for asking, because I was just about to call him a dirty well
Yes.
sniper. So orb build, not a huge fan of it. I feel like Calamity does a lot on this map specifically. And hold on a second, as Mal'Ganis has to use his ultimate just to survive in this fight. This fort no longer belongs to blue team. That's a lot of damage going out onto the Mephisto. And here comes the Disintegrate, killing him, as I believe it was a cloned Mephisto taking the damage. But, I mean, that's just more footing for red team here as Hyperion gets sent out and they head over to the sappers that are actually on the side of blue team. But I hate an orb build on this map.
It's not just the orb build on the map, it's also versus the clones. Well, technically, I suppose it could be okay. It just gives her the resets on the orbs if she throws them from far enough. But you don't have any way to protect yourself if there is a samurai on you, on your face. So this is going to be rough.
Yeah, it's even extra pressure on Ana to actually heal you. You don't have your defensive, like, all right, I'm going to EN do some damage. Red team was able to pick up their sapper camp, and we're seeing a fight here again with a massive stun onto Mal'Ganis, a follow-up from the Li Ming, and Sonya took him down. Here comes that Bloodlust, but...
Whoa!
Oh!
It doesn't quite work out. That Disintegrate just destroyed the Samuro before he could do anything with that Bloodlust right there.
Well, maybe this cheeky comp isn't going to work out. I mean, we're at 25 to 32 in core health. This is the ultimate comeback map. Oh, boy!
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Purple just disintegrates to a nano-boosted Ming. So, you know, in theory, blue team's comp is very, very scary. But if red team has this advantage at bot and, oh my goodness.
Whoa, really Nelly. Mal'Ganis is literally only using his ultimate to survive. Wow. Yeah, red team's doing an excellent job.
Yeah.
All right, well, show me why Samuro Abathur is good here. Like, I want to see this from blue team. Come on, Phoenix Rising, show us.
It is looking as though blue team just got at a little bit of a disadvantage at the beginning before their comp really took off. They lost the bottom fort. They have to get it back, but red team is doing a really good job at just holding on to it. We'll see.
Well,
we'll see if they manage to get it back.
Interesting. You know, I see 3 members of blue team top lane. Rhaegar just lunging onto the sapper camp. It's like, maybe they're trying to relieve the pressure that they are getting bot lane by taking down top. I kind of want to look at the damage numbers to see where we're getting the experience from even. I mean, yeah, Samuro's soaking. They only have 1 kill. But really, I mean...
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Mal'Ganis got gorged. Here we go.
Ape Sandals getting the Mal'Ganis. This sidewall is down though, but the Disintegrate coming out. The Ana sleeps have been
on point every time. Whenever that Mal'Ganis is walking into them or just trying to get away, trying to sleep enemies, that Ana has been on his ass every time sleeping him, and the Ming follows up immediately with a blow up. It has been the pattern, and it's been really nice to watch.
So if you were blue team, what would you be saying? Like, what would your comms be? Who do you need to target in order to possibly win these fights?
Samuro has to be in the back.
Right.
He just has to go on that Ana. That is the only way, because the Ana is sustaining them far too much, and the Ming is just laying on that damage nonstop. So if Ana is busy taking care of that Samuro, getting zoned out by that Samuro, she can't be throwing those sleep darts out. She'll be worrying about herself. Oh, and here we have another Mal'Ganis ult to save himself.
And there's a gorge onto Rhaegar. Samuro is in there though, finally, just with clones, because his physical...
Have the going out. Not Mephisto, Mal'Ganis.
Oh, it's gonna be a double kill. It is a double kill. Mal'Ganis Rhaegar goes down. Also, like, if you have an Abathur, bring the Samuro in lane. Physically, every single piece of him. You know, this
Exactly.
is, they have been getting sapper after sapper in, just completely losing
Oh,
bottom.
Purple
And
is in
speaking of
trouble
losing
here.
bot, Purple, hello? Can we back up a bit? Like,
He was trying to get those sappers to stop before they ended up getting into the core and doing that extra 3 damage, but it doesn't seem like he was going to be able to do much in that situation, especially with the objectives coming up. He had to go back. If he died, it would have been even worse.
well, we are at a 3 altar phase. Ming for ReGen channeling bottom, Raynor channeling the top right, and Samuro channeling the top left for blue team. That leaves the blue side's core at 4 health, which, as we all know, is how many shots the boss will do, or literally just one more altar phase.
Ooh.
Nice
That
hook onto a
hook.
minion. That hook
It
was a
gave
butt
me a little
clincher.
skip. Made
Yeah.
my heart skip a beat. Oh, we have the blue team trying to get on that Sonya at top. Sonya is trying to get away, manages to get away, but blue team, I believe, is going to look to pick up the boss here, or at least take it off the board.
I almost would recommend they pick up the boss, and they do that just
Yes,
to deny
yes,
it from red team,
yes,
because
they
that's a
have
win
to do it.
condition. This is going to be a double altar phase coming up, as we see down at the bottom, where red has complete control, and blue team really has to be able to defend. Phoenix Rising Ruby has to be able to not allow either of these, by possibly getting a pick, which it looks like Stitches is getting
They might
awfully
have
low.
picked it. Oh,
He
no,
does
no.
gorge the Mephisto, who may be able to get out. There was a sleep in the grenade also, but with this tower channeling him and a follow-up hook, Mephisto goes down. That leaves even one fewer body for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby to defend when these double altars come up if he's not up in time. And we have exactly 30 seconds until the
We
next
have
phase
the
is up.
hammer on the Ana at least. Oh, nope, never mind. Blue team rotating through to get out, but it is not their structure at the moment. That, oh
no.
my goodness. That was a beautiful kill on the Morganis, followed by a hook and a leap onto the Rhaegar, and this looks like it's going to be game.
This
Reb
is
on the back,
definitely
trying very
game.
hard.
We
It
just
is
have
game.
Abathur Samuro here
Yes.
to actually contest, which may be able to contest one, but not both. I mean, possibly both, but realistically, it's just a matter of
It is.
time before the
It
channel
is.
goes off, as sappers are also heading in bottom lane. Multiple ways for ReGen Anomaly to take this W, as we see this tied now in a 1-1, this game
We are
going
going to game
over.
3.
Yeah, going over to ReGen Anomaly.
Yeah. I feel like blue team had a really good idea in their head of how they wanted this game to go, but unfortunately they were not able to make their win condition work for them before red team figured out how to make theirs happen. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't know if I'm making
Yeah,
any sense
I mean,
here.
no, I understand. And Samuro, really, with an Abathur, I get it. You want the hat. But the thing is, like, let's look at these numbers. Abathur soaked, 79k, whereas Sonya soaked 129. Like, maybe don't rely on that Abathur hat, because Samuro was non-existent, even though he has the only kills that blue team got. He needed to be there in the team fights more frequently. One of those kills was Sonya. The other two were lucky kills on Li Ming and Ana. You know, when, I don't know. And like, Jin Jesus or whatever, or Gin Jesus in chat was saying, Mephisto not respecting Stitches. That's true. So
yeah,
those
the
are
Mephisto
the
was
stats.
just constantly blinking into the enemy and getting gorged every single time. You would think that after once that happened, he would think, okay, maybe I'll wait for the gorge to go out on somebody else before I do that again. Or before I even get gorged, I'm just going to try and throw out my Durance first. But it did not seem as though that was happening at that point. I feel as though blue team was maybe just a little bit feeling the pressure of how well the red team controlled the bot lane there.
Yeah. And they really just didn't have the physical bodies or resources to get it back. Like, Samuro did not leave top and mid. The experience will not get your fort back. You physically need to come get it back. But it wasn't just that. They didn't focus on the bottom sappers. I don't know in what world where the Samuro and the Abathur top, leaving only 3 to defend, would actually work. And I don't think it was Orb build that got that W, but definitely the sleep follow-ups by Ana were excellent.
Like I said, every time Mephisto or Morganus was walking into the enemy team or just anywhere near around that enemy team, the sleep would go out, and then it would be followed up immediately by an orb and a disintegrate. And the next thing you know, they're just gone. The enemy was just dead.
Covey in chat salty that his team has lost, calling me out, saying, try not to sound like you have such a strong disdain, Slexia. Sheesh. Tell your Samuro to come down and team fight, and then maybe I won't. Anyway, let's, you know, I love you, Covey. But, like, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the next lobby.
Is there a lobby?
I literally just got invited. Let me ask who picked this. Go ahead and join off of me. All right, so Phoenix, Rising, Ruby decided to go with first pick. ReGen went with map pick, and we are going where, Plasty? Plasty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to yourself.
Always, but
we're
like...
going to Alterac Pass. Sorry, my bad.
I love it. I love it. I looked up
Best
and you're just...
award.
You're just
Pays
chilling.
attention to your co-caster. I'm just chilling. I thought you were talking to yourself. You were like, we're going to where? I was like, oh, maybe she's just talking to herself, thinking, you know, she's trying to remind herself what the map was.
Yeah.
I didn't want to butt in.
Yeah, no.
But we're going to Alterac Pass. Who picked the map? Was it ReGen?
It was ReGen.
All right. So we are going to Alterac Pass. Should be interesting. I do enjoy this map very, very much. How do you feel about Alterac Pass?
I don't care for this map that much. Oh, hold on. There is a battle in chat. Team Slexia is coming out. Covey adding me so hard that Mark Zombie is ready to fight. But Covey is saying, fight me, bro. Valkymer is stepping in saying, I'll fight Covey. How dare you speak so to Slexia? Nice. Yes.
Oh, wow. People coming to defend your honor.
Yes. Well, Valkymer is my champion and Mark Zombie is my bad Beezy. You know what I mean? So we can see some crazy stuff. Wait, who has something on his nose? Oh, I get it. Rip. Covey just cannot. This could turn into me just berating Covey all night, but that happened on Cheer 69 and also when he came out here to Vegas. So we'll just continue in this series as we're on game 3. Whoever takes this W, Plasty, will win tonight's game of the week.
Ooh, and it's such an evenly matched game. On the first game, blue team was dominating. On the second game, red team was dominating. It is going to be interesting to see how game 3 goes.
Yeah, I mean, the Samuro might work better on this map, but I'd be fearful to even consider it, you know? But we'll see about it. Let's tell them we're ready. Let me ask for ref.
Do you think that we're going to see a repeat of the blue team's comp now that they're on a better map for it?
Like I said, it might be a better map for Samuro, but I don't know. Maybe. I'd like to see what it can do.
It could be interesting. We could also see another Deathwing coming out here if he does not get banned.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still clapping back in chat. Can't focus. I let them know we're ready.
I am. I have let them know that I am ready as well. we have a ref. Okay, so funny thing, in the Philippines, instead of saying fridge for refrigerator, we say ref. So every time I hear ref, I'm
Really?
like, well, why are we talking about a fridge? It's
That's
a
awesome.
weird cultural thing. Now I want
So-
food.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what, almost noon for you now? Like,
Yeah, it is 11 in the morning. I had
That's
breakfast.
crazy.
I had pizza for breakfast. So.
what a nice breakfast. All right, let's get into this draft.
Let's go.
All right, so Phoenix Rising wanted that first pick, which allowed us to go here to Alterac Pass, selected by ReGen. And
Do you think we are going to see a Johanna ban again? Oh, we have the Anna ban.
Possibly.
Respect.
the respect ban
Respect
with
on
the
it.
Ana is real. I mean, those sleeps were devastating. They
sleeps
were
were
on
so good.
point. Yeah. Like, bye. There's a Sylvanas ban
is
again.
beautiful.
Yeah. The first game, I think the ban was from Phoenix Rising, so it's just something that neither of these teams want to play against. The Zul ban,
I don't think they just don't want to deal with they just don't want to deal with that Sylvanas. She is arguably very OP, considering she is the only person right now who can shut down those towers when you're diving them.
yeah, with her
And
trait.
you know, with the anomaly. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And she does a lot of damage. Like, she has really
Agreed.
viable builds for any situation. Her ultimate, Wailing Arrow, not the other one, is excellent. Finally, we see a Greymane picked up.
The Grey may not banned out this time, yeah.
And there's a Ming again. Will it be orb build once more? I'm like, the side of me that doesn't want to say yes is gonna say yes, because I feel like it worked so well last time. I mean, they don't have sleep.
It did.
What can they replace it with? You know?
They have leap. They have the spear. Possibly we could get a Malfurion here on the side of the red team just to give Ming that CD and mana forever. Plus the root follow-up. Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well,
ETC getting picked up. This should be interesting to see. We have a Deckard Cain with the Stay a While and Listen to possibly set up for the ETC's mosh pods.
so we see ReGen banning out the Abathur here because they don't want to encourage those champions, those heroes that were selected in that last draft. You know, at least the full puzzle, one piece being banned out. And curious to see what we will have banned from Phoenix Rising Ruby. It's a Garrosh as a main tank. All right. So Johanna, Garrosh banned, ETC picked up. We did see a Muradin come out in the past, though, from ReGen. So that's in the roster. We saw Stitches, too, and that's picked up again.
Wasn't this the exact same comp from last game minus the Ana?
It's feeling like it. Yeah, it really is. It actually is.
This last pick has to be a Malfurion on the side of red team then, just to follow up on those Stitches hooks.
Yeah. All right, it could be the Malfurion for the root. It could be an Anduin as well with Chastise and that recent buff. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Orphea. That is going to be interesting to see.
All right, well,
We do
Orphea
see-
does have a buff here too. I don't know. Is it going to be Anduin or Malfurion? Or will it be something like a Rhaegar?
It could be Anduin. It could be Malfurion. I personally, I would like to see a Malfurion here, just because we have a Ming for, you know, the man of the blow up. We have a Stitches hook follow up. We have everything here. Sonya with a Malfurion behind her is also very strong. A Brightwing.
Oh.
That is not what I expected, but okay.
So
let's
the
see.
polymorph, perhaps. Also the cleanse, the ability to use Emerald Wind if needed. I feel like Blink Heal might have more value. Graceville, thank you so much for the raid. And Lorelei,
Thank
welcome.
you, Graceville.
Yeah, Anduin was not picked up, Lorelei.
So Orphea does have her crushing jaws to follow up as well on that mosh pit and that sleep. So it should be interesting to see how it goes. Although I feel as though it's going to be a stay a while and listen, followed by a mosh pit, followed by an eternal feast.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, are you sure crushing jaws? I feel like we would see eternal feast.
It could be both, you know. We do have CC set up for all of them. See how it goes. Do you think we're going to see an orb build this time?
I was thinking, I don't know if that glass cannon will get its value with the comp we're seeing from Phoenix Rising here. It's a lot of damage, and I don't think Brightwing has the sustain. But we're in Game 3 in this best of 3 for NGS Season 9, Week 3 Game of the Week. On the blue side, playing for Phoenix Rising Ruby, we have purple on Orphea, Danalore playing Deckard Cain, Jacillo on ETC, red playing Greymane, and on the Malthael we see Mixels.
And on the red team, we have Leish Marvul on that Ming. We have Shenmeister on Brightwing, Ape Sandals on Stitches, Supercarve on that Rainer, and finally we have Exerted again on that Sonya.
Perfect. So with this map, the siege camps spawn at 1 minute. It's like, oh, get siege camp when it's on, when it's available at all times. Like siege camp, siege camp. So I'm guessing that we'll see siege camps picked up from both teams. What's interesting though is that we see a 1-3-1 split from ReGen with a 1-0-4 ReGen bot rotating up to mid, now asserting dominance in this lane.
It was quite interesting to see because at the start of the game, it looked to me like blue team was posturing for sniping that well at the bottom lane, but they saw Sonya, so they backed off.
Well, definitely, blue team is denying some experience gloves from Sonya down here, doing a 4-man push bot with the Malthael.
Look at all that damage that
BTC
just did.
It's a lot. Malthael is rotating top mid, double soaking. Let's take a look at talents, but siege camps are up and Rainer, Brightwing are already on it. Sonya slid upon with Orphea's ability missing. Well, ability. Let's take a look at those talents, I'm curious. All right, so we do see the same level 1 talent for the Ming. We see on a pale horse for the Malthael, able to just mount up and rotate really quickly. The Deckard build you're talking about, and we see Bribe picked up from the Brightwing.
Plus the Exterminator on that Rainer, it looks like they're just going to focus on taking those camps immediately, every single time it's available. That hook on the ETC, he's oh no,
and
that polymorph.
Polly did get buffed with that baseline slow to it now, which can be kind of devastating. And Jacillo, similar on the Mal'Ganis, playing here with no mana.
We need to have a command for him, just like you have.
He is tapping instead of backing, and he's back in there with the root coming out from Deckard. That was beautiful. Plasty, I love that they're playing Deckard and you know everything about him.
Of course. He used to be one of my favorite supports, I have to be honest. I have him at over level 100, I think I have it at 105-ish right now. And I had to stop playing him for a while because in Storm League, sometimes the games get so wild and your team just does not pick up your potions. So right now, I'm trying to get back into him and seeing how they buffed Ruby. It's kind of starting to feel a little good.
All right, well, it looks like someone put a poll out for who wins Game 3, and we have a 60% ReGen Anomaly being favored answer. And
ETC taking so much free damage from those towers again.
I missed out on it because I was talking about the poll, but you need to see it.
Which poll, Slexia?
On the... My bad.
I'm kidding.
Okay, rip. I was like, excuse me? Hello, we're live? Can we talk about this later? Yeah, well, this objective is up. And red team has Brightwing top lane, which is okay. She is global, getting extra experience where she can. Phoenix Rising looking to channel this objective, Ming as well as the Stitches in that cheeky position, looking for orbs and hooks. But blue team deciding to instead possibly get their camp instead of channel the objective immediately.
It's probably a better idea for them to take that camp anyway, because if they try to cap that with the Ming and the Stitches, that's just going to be an utter disaster for them, getting hooked into those towers, into that buffed fort.
Also, I mean, red team did pick up level 7 first, and they have that talent tier advantage. So blue team has 7s as well too. ETC doing a pretty decent job against this Sonya, just using a lot of abilities.
Wasting that mana. We
The
do
most
have ETC,
precious resource. Sorry, I'm making jokes.
Oh, it's okay. I was just saying that ETC did pick up Block Party against that Rainer, which would be, I believe, pretty valuable in those team fights.
Also, Ming is going the orb build again. She picked up the level 7 talent. I thought I'd give the benefit of the doubt. And, you know, picking up level 4 orb talent's fine, but level 7 wasn't expecting it. I guess if you're looking to delay this objective, though, it's not a bad idea. But unfortunately, that orb came out a little bit too late, and blue team was able to channel.
To channel it. Oh, right wing Zing into that Sonya there, who is still very, very in that back line. She manages to get out, and red manages to cap their objective back.
Yeah, great defense. You know, blue team is still gonna try, but Stitches and Ming are just waiting here. There's the cheeky hook. There's the orb. It does have the reduced cooldown. She's able to send another one out if she wants to. Instead, Sonya's getting jumped onto by the Greymane, having to back up with the follow-up damage coming out from Orphea, who is just flailing her wet noodle onto Carve playing that Rainer. This time Decker... It reminds me of a wet noodle.
That is the first time I have ever heard that being said about Orphea, and I think I'm going to steal that and say that forever. That is the best thing I've ever heard.
That's exactly what it is. Like, I feel like trying to hit that skill shot feels like throwing a wet noodle out, right?
I agree. Now that you mention it,
it's like a pool noodle, though.
That way. Yes. Okay, we do have a red team still poised to defend their objective. So Greymane takes that camp again, just to defend that camp on the red side. Malthil going top to soak.
Plasty, blue has 10s. Like, they should really consider doing something about this. Red team is a little behind. Orb is able to come out too, but like we need more than one person channeling, and there's the hook onto ETC.
I am so surprised that that hook did not get him into their towers, into the fort rather, but instead outside of the wall.
I almost got a Charlie horse from clenching my thighs there.
That ETC had his cheeks clenched. I'm telling you.
Same. Lorelei in chat saying blue should just go do other stuff, and here they are on this boss, but it's kind of late. I don't know. It's gonna be 3v5.
Stage dive. Interesting. We do see the eternal thing. Have that stage dive to follow up. We have last rites coming out, and blue team secures the boss, manages to secure 2 kills.
Oh
3
my
kills.
god! Holy moly!
Greymane was an angry boy.
All right, so we saw the Jaina sleep combo before. You know, the Jaina ring with the sleep. Now we see the Eternal Feast stage dive sleep combo, and I am more and more in love with ReGen Ruby here. Oh my god! Greymane, get out of there! Wowee in chat. This fort goes down. Blue team also.
Well, the fort is down for spicy slide, but did not hit anybody, unfortunately. We have the fort down at bot with the boss still pushing into the bot wall as the objective comes out. Do you think that blue team will be able to take all of the structures here, at least the outer structures?
I mean, I think that red is putting up a fight mid. They may not be able to get mid fort, but with Greymane and Malthael rotating top, just Sonya to defend. Also, we see Deckard and Orphea coming up. They'll most likely be able to get this top fort down. They're also going to have level 13 as they just picked up that talent tier advantage. And they're pushing in. Chomp's coming out onto this tower. 3 members of red team looking to defend, and maybe blue doesn't want to take this fort. Maybe they just want to put some pressure, but I'd be surprised if that were the case. ETC is coming in for that stage dive. What?
I think Deckard overestimated the distance of his sleep there, unfortunately. We have ETC getting chunked by the fort. Goes down to the Ming orb. Oh! We have Malthael following suit.
That Eternal Feast placement was excellent for zoning. Brightwing and Sonya literally had nowhere to go. Not only did they get Fort, but that objective made its way all the way to top wall and got just like the tiniest percentage. But now Phoenix Rising Ruby, down 2 people, is deciding to go for top boss, Plasty.
I mean, they do know that the red team also has 2 people down. They have somebody possibly taking that that camp, but a
little risky.
I believe they saw that Stitch is coming up through the minion wave here at the top. They decided to back off.
You know, their tank is global too, though, and he could have possibly waited, but his ult is on cooldown. Instead, red team is looking to take this boss instead. Will we see a contest or a contest?
Well, we do have Deckard posturing for its back.
Yeah.
Possibly we'll see that sleep go down. Nope, never
No,
mind.
they're not. Oh my god, that hook!
Oh my god. That hook, we have the slide to try and save that Deckard. He is in a very bad spot here. I believe he is going to go down.
Oh my god. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Hide your Deckard
Hide your husbands and your Deckard canes. Because these hooks are out here. Oh my god.
Oh, purple, before I could even say purple died. Right. Got swallowed by that. Oh, did you see that cancel on that stage dive though?
Yeah, not gonna happen. There's something called polymorph. Okay, so it was crazy. So red team's gonna be able to get top fort down. This next objective is up, but ETC's down for another 25 seconds. Orphea down for about 13. Siege camps, let's take a look at those. I mean, red side siege camp is up. But
remember, we have Brightwing with the bribe here. She could just, you know, saunter on over there, take the camp with a bribe, and then Z back over to her team.
This is true.
Blue team here has to wait for their camp before they push in, but they do have 16, so we'll see how this fight plays out.
Definitely, they might want to consider getting this objective back, letting the minions do it, if not do it themselves. They continue to have the experience lead and these talent tier advantages. They just need to take advantage of them. Sorry, that hook came out again and I was terrified. Lorelei saying, or actually, who was it? Untapped Fear. Straight lines are too OP. Yep. All right, well, I mean, they're not going to have 16 for much longer, Plasty.
They have to take this fight now. They did manage to cap that objective, though. Oh no! We have that slide into sleep, into root, into last rites, into Greymane's ult. Stage dive hits nobody, but it doesn't matter because half of the red team is dead.
They are orchestrated AF. Phoenix Rising Ruby is just ending the lives of these ReGen team members as soon as they can. And it's just an excellent job.
There. It made my heart drop a little bit. The Greymane getting hooked, I was like, oh shit, but the Greymane was like, call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah. Covey saying, ha ha ha, your voice when the hooks fly. Yeah, Plasty kind of makes this like gagging noise because like, you feel it in the pit of your stomach seeing it. It's crazy.
You do.
All right, well, Phoenix Rising is looking to prioritize bottom lane with 4 members rotating down.
It's because that the boss is going to be up again soon.
It would make sense.
They want to get it.
They do have about a level lead. They're pushing in with this objective. Both teams on the same talent tier though, and these orbs keep coming out and connecting at the distance they need to get cooldowns. So I mean,
to get out of here before that hook comes out. Oh my goodness. I am poised. Y'all never heard that sound?
Right, same. We're good. We're not gagging while saying hook. We're excellent. And Siege Camp is up for both teams. That boss is up, like you did say. Red team looks like they're possibly going to scout that, thinking that Phoenix Rising may have gone there already. They're making their way
Downtown.
I know. You know, I wanted to sing it like I did the other
I
night,
had to
but
say
I've
it.
like done it too many times, and I can't do it anymore.
Let me
Stitches
do
is
it
here
for
in the
you.
bush. ETC is on the point with Greymane. Stitches is like, all right, do I stay or do I go? I'm dead either way. Just kidding. He's backing up.
We have that slide onto that Stitches. We have the last rights immediately just destroying that Stitches. He's gone. We have Rainer backing off because he saw that orb coming.
Yeah. This is going to be a free camp for the side of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Definitely not that free as their health got chunked, but these Deckard heals are insane and they're practically healed up to full. Big potions, big juicy, what do you call them?
Big juicy pots.
Big juicy pots just waiting for them. Just a happy trail of big juicy pots to this
Happy
keep.
trail. Honestly, when I play Deckard, I always say, "Hi, I am your friendly neighborhood pot dealer." Oh, the ETC just went down there. I did not see how that happened. Did you see how that happened?
I saw a wet noodle and like, I think, but that was from his teammate, so I don't know.
I think it was a Ming orb that got him there.
You know, blue team though is seriously gonna get level 20 in this middle lane, and they are down their tank though. So level 20 with no tank. Oh my God, Deckard, back up!
Hide your kids! Hide your Deckard canes!
Oh my God,
Oh my goodness.
they're hooking everybody out here. Maybe blue team gets the siege instead. Mark Zombie calling them plump potions.
Plump potions. Oh, interesting.
Mark being told to go to sleep by Covey, but the thing is, like, he can't not watch this.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Lorelei saying he face tanked keep, got armor down, and ate all laming buttons.
Oh.
Here comes stage dive.
Oh.
What's up?
Stage dive onto okay.
Stage dive just
Interesting.
to be there. Probably like we're just.
We do okay, so we do have death metal picked up on the ETC here, so this should be interesting to see. With him constantly going into forts and diving the backline like that, maybe eventually it'll start paying off. Oh! Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, he's a goner. I'm sorry.
No, I'm overstimulated reading chat, watching the hooks, watching chat talk about us, talking about the hooks, not wanting to talk about the hooks because chat's talking about us, talking about the hooks. And like, anyway, ETC sliding in onto the hooker himself, Stitches, and he is backing. And there is the blink heal causing Stitches to go invisible, but he will be spotted.
I mean, he's a chunky boy. If you don't see that chunky little haze walking towards you, you know, I mean, you're kind of blind.
Right. And some people choose to be blind, believe it or not. It's an interesting thing to talk about at this time, but we're gonna see ReGen Anomaly pick up their first objective of this game. That ETC death really was debilitating, and speaking of debilitating, there's a huge lead from Sonya with the Wombo.
Here we have the stage dive follow-up. Oh my god, ETC, if there's ever any time to die, it would be now. He should have died into those two people, that Rainer and that Stitches.
Yeah, but
we
oh my
have,
god, the root's gonna possibly kill
noodle,
Stitches now!
Wet noodle came out.
It's a wet noodle save! Brightwing this time,
Yes.
having to run last rites, taking her life. But you're right, that would have been a great time to die. The only one left alive,
Yes.
though, is Li Ming. I think this is like, you know...
It's a free clear. It's a free clear on the
Definitely
side
a
of the
free
team.
clear. They certainly can't end because they don't have another keep down, but they're able to get a keep down, I think. Let bottom do its thing. They still have a fort there.
Oh my goodness, ETC, you have to stop taking so much damage! He's fine, he's fine.
He literally takes more damage than anyone I've ever seen play this game. Covey, I need you to talk to your tank.
Oh my
He did
goodness.
take death metal. He just didn't die, so it got
Yeah,
no value.
he took the death metal. He just didn't die into them like I expected he might.
All right,
You see,
well,
if I was ETC, those are the only plays I would have been able to make. I would be like, hey, y'all, kill me in the back. You know, with your healer
yeah,
and stuff. Like, hey, kill me here.
with as much damage. So as he's taking, yeah, it would have been great. Also, it would have been nice to have blue team posture to take this boss immediately when the objective was over. Instead, they may have to look to fight here for this. They are level 22, which gives them a couple of extra buffs, I guess, but there is a hook. It is down. It is on cooldown. And Ming has gone the talent at 20.
Is she Archon?
She is literally
Yes.
Archon pure power.
Oh, we have that. Oh, it's an ETC. I'm not afraid. Oh, we have that Gorge coming out to that Malthael. The blue team following up that stage dive onto the Stitches, the last rites. Oh, that ETC slide into the Rainer back into the Eternal Feast was beautiful, but we have Sonya in the back line here.
I am now seeing why that Malthael was banned in game 1. Oh no, Tucker!
Oh no! Pool Noodle survive! I can't anymore. She's just a pool noodle to me now. That's literally all she is. This is your fault. Thank you.
A wet pool noodle exerted just getting that spear, killing Orphea. 4 members of ReGen Anomaly left alive with the siege camp pushing mid. They're gonna be able to take this boss top lane, adding more pressure to the map. Because we are so late in levels on this map, these objectives are only getting stronger. And this is another map where you can just turn it around last minute. The core is being attacked by blue minions in the bottom lane, but he does have 2 keeps of armor to defend himself. So he's not gonna die, but I mean, he is vulnerable.
Well, the good thing, Slexia, is that the objective has 50 seconds on it before it does get activated. So blue team has a bit of time to gather themselves and make their way over there. I don't think they should take this fight right now.
Orphea's not up, and here comes the slide, immediately interrupted by the poly.
We have a washing machine.
Oh my god, the leap, and Sonya gets out, but Greymane turns into a Worgen and jumps right onto her out of the leap. What a time to be alive watching this game right now.
That was a beautiful escape.
An emotional roller coaster. Ruby looking a bit uncoordinated is what Untapped Fear is saying. A little bit as we are trying to end this game out, you know, with the boss play that could have happened top, definitely they could have made it there. Bottom boss is available, but red team is all together and rotating to this objective point.
I think red team finally started sending Sonya to the backline, which has been difficult for blue team to deal with here, with the orbs just shattering that front line. Oh, the pool noodle gets murdered.
Yeah, that's a deleted Orphea. Sonya using her spear. And there is a desperate sleep with last rites that do not actually end the life of Stitches, who is taking so much damage. Blink heals having to be used. He makes it out with 700 some odd health, which is quite a bit, but in his entire health pool, not enough. And
How much HP does he have right now?
He has a lot. I mean, if 700...
8,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
8,000. That's a lot.
He's like a walking fort or something. I don't know.
A walking fort. I want to see how much HP. No, that's 17,000, Slexia.
My god.
Oh, it's only 12,900 per fort. Did somebody get hooked? Well, we do have one down on both sides. ETC, please go die on the enemy team. I swear, it's worth it.
Well, there was a Gorge onto Malthael, who is out now with last rites, finally getting that kill. Maybe not the time to fight. Brightwing using Blink Heal to get out. Yeah. All 5 members are up for Phoenix Rising Ruby. They're gonna be able to channel this objective.
I think that Malthael should take this time to go back and get himself some mana. Perhaps the blue team could also take their camp, but maybe they'll play it safe instead and just
I don't know.
stay
ETC
here.
is looking.
Then...
ETC is getting it for free, but I don't know.
Right.
Oh, he got it for free. He did not die.
Free camp.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, well, what a come up.
there we go. We have blue team turning the game around again, back in their favor. It was looking a little rocky at the start there, but this could still go either way.
They had to get their bearings. They will get this objective. I mean, they're level 24. If this isn't GG, it's because red team annihilates them, as it is now 5v5, and they just push to win and end on their own with the objective attacking their own core. Like, it has to happen, and that hook misses. Blue team mounts up and rotates from top lane to mid, or are they going bot? Bottom boss is up if this doesn't work out for them, but I don't know how it won't.
Sonya has to get a really good freighter here. Well, that Ming with that level 20 is going to be interesting to see, especially with all the CC the blue team has.
Yeah, that objective is going down rather quickly. Here comes the Hyperion pushing against blue team.
Oh, that
and there's the massive leap! But the stage dive.
There we go. We have ETC struggling to get to that potion.
Purple is just on the Rainer though, taking him down. Looking at Brightwing this time. Exerted playing Sonya just drops. That's 3 members of ReGen Anomaly taken out. Only Ming Brightwing available. And that is GG.
GG.
Game 3 in this best of 3 going over to Phoenix Rising Ruby. What a wild ride.
What a wild series.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you. There were definitely several butt-clenching moments in this game.
Yeah. Like,
had me gasping for air.
Right. Gasping and gagging, just 100%. Yeah, I'm dehydrated, actually. I need to take a sip of this beverage.
That's pretty good. What do you think about this third game? I felt like it could have gone either way.
Well, I mean, what I saw is in game 1, I talked about this a little just in the heat of the moment when we were casting, but I mean, Malthael was banned, and I was like, oh, okay, is it because they want to pick up Deathwing, or what were we talking about? But now I'm seeing that Malthael was banned because that Malthael was really good. And I think it was a target ban in retrospect.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that was why. And then they picked up that Deathwing, you know,
right
at the first match. Interesting. Look at that soak on that Malthael as well. 25,000. That's just a lot of EXP.
Right. Quite a bit. All right, so typically we would do an interview, but I am not sure who the captain of Phoenix Rising Ruby is.
I actually don't know.
Yeah. It looks like chat is just catching up. So the current poll is GG or well played for Phoenix Rising. All right, who's running these polls? Is it you, Ektar? Is it you? All right, so let me see if I have a Discord message. 1 second.
Okay. Oh, Mixel says Justilo is captain. He's in the NGS server.
Okay, so that will take away your camera for our interview, but in the NGS channel, no, you'll come back, but when we end the cast or the stream, but let's go interview them.
I know, I'm just saying like temporary bye-bye for my camera.
Okay. All right, well, let me turn that off so we just see pure glitter, and I'll meet you in the Discord the lobby.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Jasillo. Is it
Hello.
Jasillo or have we been saying it wrong?
My friends call me Jess.
Jas?
Jas.
Okay. So, Jas,
Was
congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
How are you guys feeling after that?
So I think we ran a very clean and robust game 1, and then when we got into game 2, we were feeling quite good, and we wanted to try around. We had a couple comps that we were talking about that are kind of off meta. We settled on the Abba Samari, and we tried to play that out. And we think we figured out that that's probably not a good map for it, because when you play Abathur, if you sack a fort, it's usually not a big deal. But on towers, when you sack a fort, it's another body for the enemy team. And so that kind of put us behind. So always get to experiment. And then game 3 was quite interesting, because we're trying to make a play for that very first objective, and we're sharking around it, but the Stitches hook and the Li Ming are keeping us at bay. And right as we're about to pick 10, we're like, we're going to rip it and go for the boss, when we saw them move off to go to do the Merc camp. And then we got that amazing team fight on boss point with Stage Dive and Orphea's Devour. And at that point, we really felt like we were in a commanding position. But sometimes you find yourself in a situation where all the XP is towards the enemy side of the map. And so when we're trying to push for 13 to their 12 or 11, we kept getting hooked. The Stitches was absolutely making the plays all game. And they were really pulling it back, and it was very close. Definitely we made some macro errors, and we're going to definitely be looking at that replay and finding out where we can find more value and more opportunity, so we don't find ourselves in a situation where we again do the same thing that they did, where we peel to go get a camp and they get top boss, because that was quite a big swing back in their favor to stabilize the game.
Well, you sound very educated in what you're talking about. But I'm curious, I do the same thing, and I'm curious how you manage your resources as far as mana are concerned, because I notice you're low on mana a lot. Same here, though. Tell me, are you just, as a tank, do you just not want to back? You just want to be there with your team? Like, what's going on with that?
That's a really good question. I know it looks like I'm low on mana every time. I don't think I was ever during a team fight. And the way you counter this is, when you're with your team, you just get globes. You double soak and you get the globes. If you get the globes, you're going to stay at around 25 to 30% mana, because I think each globe is 9%. And as a result, you pick up 2 globes, and if you're the tank, if you're in the team fight, what you can do is you can bully the enemy team and get both the globes off their wave clear, which keeps you nice and topped off. Get globes, win games.
Nice, if anyone is struggling right now. Okay, cool. Nice answer. So I have a question about the Malthael. In game 1, we were wondering why that was banned, but in game 3, I'm feeling like that was a target ban. Do you feel like that was a target ban for game 1?
So game 1, Malthael is a winning top lane, and he's amazing on the objective as well. So all in all, he's quite a good and robust pick. Now, it's possible he looked at Mythical's profile and was scouting what our off lane play was. But I think that was just more of a standard or traditional ban, since I think we saw Vala banned out as well. So it looked like they were focused on preventing a lot of percent based on boss, knowing that I think they could fall back on some of their more utility characters, because Li Ming actually does quite a bit on Immortal, with the big orbs always connecting at a range.
She does, yes.
And I think that was a strategy they were intending to exploit.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
do you have any other questions? Perfect, Plasty.
Yes, there you go. Just one question. I know that you, I know you took Stage Dive, but at the end you also took Death Mosh. There was this opportunity at mid lane where you were very low on HP, and so you were just like sitting there next to the Rainer, and I think it was the Brightwing or the Sonya. I was like, oh, I really want him to die here to get that Death Mosh value, but you just backed off. Were you just instinctively trying to live there so that you guys could get a bigger advantage, or did you just trust your team to know well enough that they could just kill them?
Right, so we're running Deckard, which means I know 2 potions is basically my entire health bar.
Yes.
which is good enough to not throw my life away when we're in an advantage position. The death mosh is there because if I do get hooked and gorged and it's in a sketchy situation, my simple death will let Greymane kill their whole team.
Fair enough, fair enough. That is a good strategy.
right.
I suppose you were just holding on to that instead of as of like a backup plan rather than I'm gonna use this strategically to secure a whole team wipe or something. I get what you're saying now. Okay. That would be all my questions.
All
Do you have
right.
any left?
The only question I have left is, do you have any shout-outs? And then we're going to wrap this up.
I'd love to give a shout out to This Is Covey. He is the organizer of the entire Phoenix Rising organization. He's the reason this team came together in the first place, as well as the entire Phoenix Rising organization across the board. We got teams representing in any and all of the categories out there for divisions. So anyone looking to get in on Division 10, if you're looking for a team, Covey can definitely help you out with that. Aside from that, I want to shout out my former teammate, Fox Spam. When we played last season, he's now on a different Phoenix Rising team, and he's working hard over there as their off-lane player. And lastly, to my girlfriend, Baybeen, who is also playing here as the healer for Phoenix Rising Diamond.
Nice. Cool. Well, grats, and we'll see you later on in the season.
Congratulations. That was
Thanks,
a beautiful
guys.
series.
Guys, have a great one.
You too.
You
Bye.
too.
All right, Plasty, I'll call
Bye.
you back.
Hello. I have
All right.
returned.
You're back, and it's
Yeah.
over. Like, we didn't even have to be
Glitter.
nervous, right? It was fun.
Yes, it was fun.
You did a great job for this only being like your second day ever casting, really. And
I know. I'm trying really hard.
yeah, so I had such a good time. Plasty, why don't you let everyone know who you are, where they can find you? There's some new people that probably don't know, and they're in chat.
Oh, okay. Hi guys, my name is Plasticine, but I have an X at the end of it for Twitch because just Plasticine was taken. So you can find me at twitch.tv/PlasticineX. I play a lot of Heroes of the Storm as a healer main, and I do sometimes stream Apex Legends as well. And then you can find me on Twitter at PlastyQueen. That's about it. Oh, same on Instagram, I suppose. It should show
Perfect.
down there.
Well, Plasty, it has been my absolute pleasure casting with you, especially for such a daunting task like Game of the Week. You just picked it up, ran with it. We got your green screen figured out, and now, yeah, we're into it. Covey saying, keeping it spicy as always, Slexia, and Plasticine kicking butt with the info and cracking us up with the hook clinches. Definitely check her out. Her stream is an excellent place to find yourself laughing. I know that
thank you.
when we play together and I laugh, it's like I laugh at you, but it's not that I'm laughing at you. It's that I love how animated you are. And you can watch her do that. Like, she actually uses her cam, unlike me. And you can see her do all of these crazy things. But everyone, I'm Slexia. I cast as well. I stream as well is what I was going to say. I cast and stream. I play HOTS and a few other games. And yeah, that's just me. You guys should be familiar at this point. If not, check out my Twitter and go to my Twitch at twitch.tv/Slexia. But with all of that being said, we're done for the night. Super appreciate you stepping in for Murda one more time, saying it. Such a fun time. I'm going to end this stream. Are you going to go stream right now? I don't have the ability.
I might take a short break before I go, so it's okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a break too, but don't be surprised if you see Plasty and I in Storm League later, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
take a short break, then I'll see you in the Nexus, Lexi.
Yeah, GG's everyone. I'm going to send this stream to the end stream button because I can't rate anyone. I don't have the ability. All right, guys, have a good night.
Bye.
Here's Diablo Apox Leap of faith again by Anduin Danslow, and Medivh's gonna be able to finish him off. 3 kills, a triple for BFM. And now Diablo being surrounded. Fade falling to 25% health, Condemn, and Diablo's down. That might be the actual play of the game. They find another kill.
Apocalypse coming out though. Red team. Oh my god! Red team almost got him.
Axon jumping over to get some kills.
Oh, Ragnarok getting the concussion mine, knocking him out into the fray. Oh, the definition of unlucky.